Hello everyone, welcome to the Hue Virtual Chat. And it is a little bittersweet, this show. It's going to be our last one for a little while. We are definitely going to take a summer break and look forward to the fall. And perhaps something new, but still the same kind of wonderful group of invitees and guests and women to again continue the conversation. So, with further ado, let's open the doors and let in all of our great Hue crew that have been with me. There we are. Look at us, all dressed up. Susie, we only see your eyes. There we go. you just look like a little. Yeah. Oh, and well, Miss Charlotte, you look stunning. That must be the outdoor patio at the Sitnik Lodge or whatever. It looks beautiful. Everybody, you can unmute. And Cynthia, as always, looking stunning in red. And oh, I like those sexy lips you have behind you. Oh. Oh, and yes, Rob, you look very dapper. Actually, you're looking a little more casual today, aren't you? Without the tie. Well, it is summer, or almost summer. And Kirsten, you look beautiful in black. You know what? Does Kirsten have any other color in her wardrobe other than black? Charlotte?
I'm allergic to color.
I think so.
I get hives when I wear color.
Yeah, I don't believe that. That's going to be our goal, is to get you in a color. All right? Okay, and Susie, always so good. And I guess, are the kids still in school or is everybody done? You're muted.
Yeah, so actually I have to dip out a little bit early today because I've got to go pick up report cards and drop off books at school today. So yeah.
The last day, right? Oh.
Yeah, we're finally here. Yeah, so It was a long year, my gosh. And these kids are so happy to be done. So yay.
Yes, yes. Oh, and hello, Linda. It's so good to see you. Hi. Now, are the girls, are they done school now too?
Yeah, they're done school. Lucy's out at a friend's cabin on a jet ski right now. Like she's just, she is
good for
done.
Done. Oh my goodness. Well, it's so good to see. I'm hoping Rana joins us too. So this is now our 71st show. So yes, I know. So we've certainly done a lot and talked a lot. I can't believe everything that we've done and challenged and, argued. Well, we never argue, but, agree to disagree or, are always trying to find ways to find the answers or the solutions. I'm just going to go around and please jump in, anybody that wants to share something, but she's always sort of the last. So I'm going to begin with her because, of course, she has to leave early. So, Susie, your favorite moments or times during all of these Hue Virtual Chats that kind of resonate with you? Back since April 6th?
I don't know if I can pick out a favorite. I just think that we always have such great conversations. And, I think that the topics are varied. The experiences are varied, but I think at the end of the day, our goals are the same in that we just want people to be better and to be happy and to be safe. And I think that, this year, this pandemic, everything that's come along with it, all the social change that we've seen and we're still seeing and will experience for, months and years to come, I think, have brought us to there's a point of no return, right? So I think that we can only move forward, and that's a great thing. And forward is progress, forward is accountability, and taking the opportunity to educate ourselves individually about what that means for us and our place in our communities and in this world. And so I think that, there's been a few topics that we've talked about that I didn't know much about. And so, you know, I think that listening to the perspectives in this group have encouraged me to do more research and to learn more and to become more educated about those things that I didn't know about. And I think that that's our goal here, right? Like that's our goal, is to make people feel more like they have a role in the change that is happening and to come.
Well, I think too, Susie, and because we have lived through this unprecedented time and our emotions were all over the place, that we really were allowed to kind of shed our skin, so to speak. And there were times where you just said, you know, I'm tired, you know, I'm not well. And that took courage. And I think it allowed the rest of us to be allowed to even say that. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I've taken away from all of this, is that you don't always have to be that persona, that person, because we all have our challenges and we're not perfect. And I truly loved your honesty, and we all go like cheering every time you kind of close the conversation with some boom, drop the mic speech. But you're right, though. It's also been a time for us to be vulnerable, and I think you kind of trailblaze that way for many of us. So I thank you on that too. Oh, Miss Charlotte, I want to see more of this backyard here. Or it's so beautiful.
Actually, I will show you one thing.
Okay.
I had set up because I felt like Kathy Lee and was it Hurrah? So I made this for you. Do you see it?
Oh my goodness. Well, Kathy Lee would be half tanked right now. But oh, that is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. We lost Charlotte, or I don't see her right now. Robin's nodding her head. Yep.
We lost her.
Oh, we lost Charlotte. So I will go to her partner in crime, as always, the lovely Miss Kirsten.
Oh,
She's probably getting a glass of wine, I know. So you can get away doing that at your cottage, but it's a little difficult at 11:30 a.m. in your house. Oh, Cynthia, well, okay, this is evening time, all right? I know. That's okay, girl. You're allowed. But Kirsten, I guess let's go with you until we find where Charlotte went.
she will come back.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about, you know, I was lucky enough to be back when we started this at-home Zoom Hue adventure, to be part of that. And I was thinking about how long ago that was and how much has changed. And I remember on day one, really thinking, oh, you know, everything will be open up and back to normal by May long weekend. Don't you remember? We were all like, we had no idea. And so, you know, a couple of things I just want to share. For me, having been part of this, Tracy, absolutely an honor and a privilege. And it's been a real kind of grounding and connecting point for me through a really unsure time and a really difficult time at moments, not all difficult. But one of the things that I really want to comment on is everybody that we've or that you've had on Hue, the commitment to community. Like, I absolutely love hearing the commitment to community and bettering the lives of others through their own actions. That just seems to be a common theme, and it's an honor and a privilege to connect and be able to have chats with folks that are doing so much, not just talking about it, but like really putting an action plan together and doing, especially in a time where, you know, I'll say it, a lot of society, not a lot, but there's a strong core group of society that has become very selfish through the pandemic and making different choices and not putting community first. I'm going to say it, sorry, it's, and that's those folks that choose not to get a vaccine and, you know, refuse to wear a mask. And I've been in a situation where I've been out with my mom recently, and there's somebody who's not wearing a mask, and they're having an argument with a security guard, and my mom is in remission from lymphoma, and she's a 3-time survivor of cancer, and she's 76, and she's amazing, and she wants to live life, and we're like standing in arm's length of the most ridiculous conversations from someone who's trying to put forth their right to come into an establishment without a mask, and how it's, anyways, I could go on about that, but I won't. But just on this platform, just seeing the commitment to community and to others on this planet is absolutely amazing. One of the big aha moments I wanted to share that comes to mind is a moment when Cynthia was sharing with us about how a simple comment about, hey guys, or just a simple comment triggers something in her, and her perception of what that means for her at that moment, and how that deeply affects her to the core, and how we have to be more aware of our language on so many levels. I learned a lot through everyone, but that's a moment where I listened to Cynthia and I thought, wow, I have absolutely never even considered that, or what that means to you, or what position that puts you in. So thank you for sharing that, Cynthia. And yeah, that's my take on this wonderful platform that you put forward, and I'm just thrilled to be able to be a part of it. And I'm going to miss this, so I wanted to put that out there too. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's legs, perhaps with a glass of wine, and without a little screen. It's going to be very fun.
Careful what you wish for, Kirsten, because I'm counting the squares here, and I could safely have all of you ladies, including Rana, in the backyard, all socially distanced with a lovely glass of wine or beverage of your choice, and we can have that open discussion again. So the invitation will be sent out shortly. But no, Kirsten, I mean, thank you so much. And for you, you've been the expert on family, and and talking about your lived experience very openly. And I mean, I think that's helped a lot of us with family and the whole dynamics of family to a different level. And no, we're going to continue that conversation, because I mean, families are at a different point now, right? Totally different point now, moving forward.
Yeah. And as I have the privilege of working with these other two fantastic humans on our screen here, but families do a lot of caring for folks within their family unit that struggle with mental health. They do it a lot in isolation, and they do it a lot with shame and confusion, and they do it alone because they're afraid to talk out or to speak up. Sorry. And so just encouraging that conversation and owning the story where you're at. You can own your story without showing everybody what's under the kimono, right? Like, you don't have to go into details, but it's okay to, if yourself or someone you love struggles with a mental health challenge or diagnosis, hell, that's life, right?
That is life. Okay, now to Miss Charlotte. Sorry, we lost you, girl. I don't know where you went. Well, we do have a good idea where you went, but...
I thought it'd be fun to be outside for this last show and trying to make outside work. Obviously, I'm technically challenged. So, but what I was trying to show you is, in celebration, I had, I'm playing Kathy Lee right now, and then I couldn't decide what glass. I have this one, but I chose to drink out of this one that says this one. These are my I'm being silly today.
Perfectly okay.
And Tracy, I just wanted to say thank you for allowing all of us to be part of this amazing show. I am going to miss Tuesdays. I learned so much every time I was able to come on your show. It's made me a better human. And Susie and Kirsten said, we learned so much. We were part of so many amazing conversations that we wouldn't have had that opportunity had you not created this amazing show. And for that, I'm really grateful, and thank you for that. I think for me, there was lots of aha moments and takeaways, and it really was on just learning other people's perspectives on a whole range of different topics. And it was like hanging out with some pretty amazing girlfriends, and where people were in a comfortable space to share their thoughts and their opinions without having that judgment piece as part of it, which I thought was pretty amazing. And like Kirsten, I look forward to the day that we get to see everybody in person and see the legs and the shoes that we all discussed. And I hope that going forward, you'll do a few more of these, like maybe smattered through the year, because I think there's an amazing platform for this. It's needed, especially if current things come up that feel that there's a topic that we should talk on. So that's my hope for it too. And just hanging out at the lake right now. It's hazy. We have forest fire haze from Red Lake.
Oh yeah, because
so
I was wondering. Yeah, you could tell a little bit.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like
Yeah.
the little film noir look that you had on your screen with you.
Yeah,
But
I know
it-
you can smell the
Oh.
smoke in the air too. So there's an air quality warning here.
Yeah.
It's still beautiful. Can't
No,
complain.
I know. But Charlotte too, I think for me one of the exciting moments is when you got your brother to join us when we were talking politics and everything happening south of the border, and then of course Robin's friend too joined in the conversation. But your brother was pretty amazing, and it was nice because you hadn't seen each other for quite a bit there. But
Yeah.
for you, it was talking about your own childhood and growing up in the States, and especially with Black Lives Matter and everything like that. You always kind of opened up our eyes into what your childhood was like living down south and in the States at that time too. And as always, talking about family and mental health. I mean, the three of you are such strong advocates, and I think it'll always be on the top level of this platform is mental health, because it's going to take on a whole new meaning and look, I think, as we move forward, encompassing so many people. And I think all of you are invaluable in this next journey, because I want to keep on doing this and creating this safe place for these conversations and for more to share their lived experience, because that's, like Susie says, that's how we become more educated, that's how we learn more information, and then hopefully become better people and be able to accept without understanding, possibly a little bit easier, right, too, as well. So, and there's Rana. Rana, where are you? Oh, you're in your office, it looks like. Welcome. Hello.
Driving.
Oh, she's driving? Are you driving, Rana? She's fixing your hair, as always. Well, we'll wait till. Hello. Are you-
I don't think she can hear us yet.
I don't
I was
think
just going to add one other thing, Tracy,
Yeah.
just from, the importance of the family component through this, this last several months. This is where Kirsten, Robin, and I really started talking about the importance of family, and that's where the creation of our nonprofit, which is called All in Family Peer Support, really came to, because we kept saying families need more, and so we're really just celebrating that that's coming along. The government agrees with us, CRA, they're like, yeah, keep going. So it's going to be something that's coming up in the fall, more supports for families.
Well, we definitely want to be in there and to help both of you on that one, because that is definitely so important. And yes, congratulations on All In is now a recognized nonprofit, and very, very excited about that. So yes, we will come back to you. Yeah, you can have a little sip of wine for me. I was going to go to Robin, but I'll wait on Robin for a bit. No. Linda, you're kind of a little bit newer to the group, but I'm going to start with what kind of was an aha moment for me with you, is when we did that little interview and you're talking about coaches, and I said, well, what makes a good coach, or how did whatever, and you said it's a personality, like right away, like you have this intuition that this is a person, that has the same values, that has my, same beliefs or same outward looking for goals. And I don't know, that struck me with you. and so I invited you on along for the ride, and yeah. So I know. I mean, I guess maybe some favorite moments for you.
Well, I've been just honored to be a part of the ride. I'm wearing, well, I borrowed Lucy's friend shirt for this show.
Aw.
She's away, so she'll never know. I have appreciated so much about this show. I feel the same as Kirsten, that it was a real grounding. Tuesday morning, 11:30. Okay, I'm on, and it was just to hear everyone's different perspective. Gave me that reassurance that if things were going haywire in my own home, everyone was experiencing that, and I didn't feel as alone. I felt connected, which is a beautiful gift. As who was saying about community? Was it
Kirsten?
Kirsten, yeah. That I really did appreciate that as well. How people came and shared their stories, and you really did an amazing job, Tracy, of creating that safe space. I really noticed that when people came on, they weren't guarded. Maybe a little, as a human, we all do that a little bit, but people really felt comfortable to share about very, very difficult subjects: anti-racism, inclusivity, diversity. There was an invitation that you offered people that they accepted, and it was so thrilling to be a part of it. And Kirsten, it's funny you would say that story, that about what Cynthia said about the you guys. That also was a real moment for me. And, it was such a tactile example of privilege, and how when you know better, you do better. And really noticing that in my own language, and then having the conversations. I think I had the conversations with both my daughters about that very just simple phrase, and how that can impact other people. And so, yeah, I really did appreciate that, Cynthia. I don't know what it was about that story. Maybe it was just that I don't know. I felt like I was in it. I could picture the pub. I could picture the friends. I could, there was something about that, the way you told that story, that was very real and very impactful. So for me, there were so many moments where I just felt proud of our community, proud of all the people, the change makers, the leaders, the people who challenged us. I mean, I always looked forward to, there was usually a rant from Robin, Susie, and Rana. Cynthia, you'd come in with a rant every now and then. Kirsten, Charlotte, everyone, there was often a rant. At some point in the show, somebody was having a rant, and I was here for it. I loved it. Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Tracy. I really did appreciate everything that I learned, and the friendships that we made. I haven't met most of you in person, and I cannot wait for that to happen. So bring on the backyard gathering, I say.
Yes. I think we're due for it. And
Yeah.
like I said, the invitation will come out very shortly, so hopefully everybody can make it. I won't make it at 11:30 a.m. though. I might kind of squish it a little bit over past lunch, so then we can at least have something stronger than Kool-Aid, okay? Just saying. And on that note, fingers like this. Robin. Oh, did we lose Rana? I don't know. I think she was taking us. Anyways, and Susie. Susie has to go. So.
Yeah, I'm going to pop out.
Yeah. Love and kisses, okay?
Have a great summer.
Talk to you soon.
Especially to our London correspondent, Cynthia. Have yourself a great summer, everyone.
Yes. Okay, bye-bye. So, Robin. Yep. I call Robin, Charlotte, and Kirsten the three amigos. I just kind of because they don't fall very far from the tree from each other. Put it that way. But Robin, you have been an amazing part of this whole team too as well, and you have opened up so many times. Most poignant I think is the loss of your brother. But you've taught us, though, to talk, the simple art of talking and listening, to be a good listener. So we do a lot of having a lot of nodding heads. No, for you, I mean, we've done a lot. We've created a little series, Let's Get Your Human Back Again, and I was allowed to meet some of the important people that you have met and changed their lives. So many things come to mind. But for you, the stage is yours.
And today I don't know what to say. Normally, as Linda said, I like to have a little rant. I think one of the important things that this show has brought is topics that sometimes people don't want to talk about, right? And don't want to share, and don't want to be vulnerable, and don't want to give, don't want to put themselves out there. And this show, as Linda said, has created a safe space for people to put it out there. And I think part of what I hope we continue to do, whether we're back on a show like this or whether we're just talking to people in our lives or whoever, that we actually continue to be vulnerable. Because if we can show vulnerability and we can show empathy and we can show compassion for all of that occurs, then I think humans have a shot at this. If we close down again, then I think we have people not talking about their experiences and not getting that, like, in reality, everyone has super tough times. And we all deal with them differently. But I think as long as we keep talking, then people get they're not alone, and that allows people to look at what it takes to get through it or heal from it or whatever. And if we can keep being in that like lifelong learning thing, if I think about the peer support values, right, it's about hope, it's about recovery from whatever it is that we're dealing with. It's about authenticity and trust and honesty and being authentic, who we are in any given moment. I think that's been one of the beauties of this show, is people have been authentic and supported others to be authentic. And lifelong learning and personal growth and self-determination and dignity and respect, and all the values that I think this show embodies. And I wouldn't have kept coming if I didn't think it embodied those things, because they're me, right? And so it's been an honor and a privilege. It's been very humbling to hear what others are doing and how others get through things, and how, you know, people step up and support each other and create community. So like, I hope that we continue to create community wherever we go in the world, and we're just ourselves. And if that's messy, like if that doesn't look perfect, don't have the perfect hair or the perfect shoes or the perfect dress, well, you're not going to get the perfect dress from me, but perfect hair maybe. But, you know, and I want to say I felt really included. There are sometimes when there are women's groups doing stuff and I'm like, oh, do I fit? Don't I? But, you know, people have been really inclusive of all my weirdness and excitement and ramblings and Yeah, so I just want to say thank you. It's been amazing. I count you as someone very special in my life now, which means anytime you need me, I'm completely there, and all of you. So thanks for this. And, I'll be on PC and say I'm completely looking forward to heels and legs. So there you go. And now I have to run because someone's going to yell at me for being on PC.
No. Never, never, never. Okay, and Robin, I'll take you up on that. My house needs cleaning, so can you come over right after we're done?
No problem. Whatever.
Oh, oh, and then Miss Lovely Cynthia. I remember back when we just first met, and I thought, wow, this is going to be great, and then you say, oh, well, and then I'm flying off to South America and I'm traveling the world and I'll be gone. Oh, okay. And then look at us now. We're probably closer than ever we could have imagined through being virtual, but you have definitely opened all of our eyes and hearts, and I think made this show accessible, right? And a safe place. And I think it's all of us that have created that. I don't think it's one person either, but of course it's you with your wisdom, and it is wisdom. I will honestly say that, coming from the heart. And I, along with probably the rest of us, really totally appreciated and loved you being with us.
Sorry. Thank you. Sometimes that's the parts of us that we don't recognize in ourselves. And so I appreciate that. I was going to say, since Susie already had spoken, I thought that was done. Didn't have to worry about it. But no, I mean, first of all, Tracy, thank you so much for creating the space and holding the space that we could all be a part of. And you're right, everyone has made it a safe space. And for me, that's super important, that the spaces that I'm in are safe. And to all of the women of the panel to allow me to be part of this women's circle, I still take that as a privilege. I don't take it for granted. I don't know if I ever will. And so I'm very thankful to each and every one of you for allowing me to be a part of this circle and to bring whatever it is that I bring into the space wholly and fully authentically as me. I'm also going to certainly miss these Tuesdays. This is my touch point with Canada. This is a touch point with what goes on, and that disappears out of my life now. Sorry. So I just want to say thank you for allowing me that space and to contribute, and for being a part of this very, very special moment. It has been so eye-opening and educating, and reminding me why I need to keep doing what I do around the world, and besides my own message, but simply to keep doing what I'm doing, because I seem to be able to do it for those who are more marginalized. And that's, I guess, another privilege, is that I carry that ability, and to not use it as to waste the gift that's been given to me. So thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you.
Well, don't be too sad, Cynthia, because who knows, after maybe 3 weeks of no shows, I'll be contacting all of you saying, okay, we're back on.
Just so you know, I'm not only wearing the dress today, I've got the heels. So I was ready for today.
Oh, good. I've got heels on too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Robin's trying to peer down. Oh, it looks like you're peering down her top, Robin.
Yeah.
For goodness sakes. This is so Awesome. Anyways, we have the lovely Rana on, but I don't know. Can you hear us? Okay. You're muted though. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for jumping off. I'm sorry for being late. I'm sorry for all the stuff.
Okay. Where are you? Where are you?
I'm sitting in a parking lot outside. Just sitting in a parking lot, heading into a meeting. But I wanted to make sure I had an opportunity to jump on and, at least say, thank you, Tracy. Sure. Thank you to all the ladies. I think to all of you, everyone who's come off, to Cynthia, to everyone, you guys have just been amazing. And it's just been such an eye-opening opportunity, right? To listen to, such revered people in their own circles, like in their own knowledge base. It's really incredible because I can honestly say I've learned so much, from everybody. But I think for me specifically, I think that, when we started the virtual chat, that was very soon after my dad had passed, and I was in that really bad place, and it was grieving, and it was just a lot of, a lot of uncertainty, and I wasn't feeling good, and joining you guys every Tuesdays was such a highlight to the week, right? Like, it took your mind off things. You had that personal connection. We got to speak about things that were outside of my little bubble that I was kind of swirling in, right? So it was pretty amazing. And, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of your knowledge. I appreciate the fact that I was able to just say what I needed to say, and without, and I think, Linda, you mentioned this, people coming on and just being so comfortable to be able to just say what had to be said, right? With no judgment, and with no kind of fear. And I can honestly attest to that, right? Like, I basically was saying everything that I was holding in my heart so truly, and without judgment. And it was pretty amazing. So, I love you all. I think you guys are amazing human beings, and I value the friendship, and I value the knowledge. And yeah, it's just pretty awesome. I'm kind of one of those people right now who's going to say what has to be said, and then I'm going to jump off just because I have to run into this thing. They've been waiting for me for 10 minutes. I've been trying to get on here, but that's my own fault because my phone. But yeah, so thank you, Tracy, for organizing, and thank you for making this happen. It's been pretty amazing, and I look forward to doing the in-person Hue Crew. Yeah. Right, I'm really looking forward to being in person and having those amazing conversations that we used to have in person. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents. Lots of love. I hope you guys are all have the most perfect summer, and until next time, eh?
That's right. No, you'll get the invitation soon, Rana, for the in-person meeting. Pool meeting.
I can't wait.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Okay, you go to your meeting.
I miss those days. Okay. Love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. Well, that was almost a rant. I don't know. So I guess, how are we going to spend our summers? Linda?
That's a great question. Right now I'm working. I'm still taking clients. I see clients, and I'm rebranding my business right now slightly into, I think I spoke about this before, but right now my business is branded under my name, which I think is fun, is wonderful. But I've had this idea of branding it as the Joy Witch, and it's the Joy Witch coaching, the Joy Witch publishing. And, I loved this conversation today, talking about the authenticity of people, because it's more in keeping with who I am. Even though I generally put myself out there on social media and in all my writing and stuff, I'm ready to unleash even more of my personality and even more of my beliefs and my oddities, my eccentricities, my viewpoints, my politics. And that's what I really am looking forward to as we move into the future. I think we have an opportunity to define ourselves however we want. And I think it's time, the time is really right for us to think for ourselves. You know, so often, like as a coach, you know, I help people with their mindset, noticing what they're thinking, noticing their thought patterns and changing them, and really questioning where those thoughts came from in the first place. Like, why is the thought in my head constantly like you're not enough, you're not doing enough, or you're not thin enough, or you're not young enough? Where do those thoughts come from? And challenge them and change them and decide for myself what thoughts I choose to have in my own brain. And I think we're at a precipice right now because we've come out of the pandemic almost, and we really have freedom right now to be very intentional how we move forward. And I think that's a really exciting opportunity. And it's an exciting opportunity to really dive into who we are and just let it out. And you know, let out the self-judgment, let out the self-criticism and the fears. You know, well, fear will always be with us when we're being vulnerable, as Robin, you know, says about, you know, the importance of vulnerability. But I think it's an amazing time to, as women or women identifying women, to, or just people in general, to look at how we've structured our society. Rana's gone, but she's the first one who will talk about the systems that are no longer working, and we get to really stand up for what we believe right now, and bringing our whole selves, bringing our softness, our vulnerabilities, our fears, and showing up with them, taking up space, being loud, not playing nice, not always being the good girl, and really stepping into our power. So
Hence
that's how
Joy
I'm
Witch.
spending my summer vacation.
Well, you know, and it's
Follow
great.
along.
No, but it's great though too, and hopefully maybe, you know, being part of this maybe has started that, you know, kind of thought process in your mind. But I love it, and that's what we're here for too, is to support and to congratulate everyone that does do a different change or is wanting to do something more. I think that's so important. I know, Robin, I guess you're spending your summer on your new couch then? Is that?
No.
No. Well, when are you going to get to Australia? I think pretty soon. You might be able to even go in the fall. No?
No, Australia have been pretty clear. Australia aren't letting Australian citizens come home at the moment without special permits. No. I'd be surprised if I get home to Australia before the middle of next year. They have no plans to open the border,
Wow.
which is gut-wrenching, I have to say, completely gut-wrenching. And like, my plan is to annoy Charlotte. I have a few other friends that maybe have cabins here and there who I've been like, hi, I'm the poor loser who's lived by myself in the pandemic. I don't know, Tracy, do you have a cottage? Hi, you're my friend.
No, I'm the one with the pool in the backyard. That's my cottage.
Okay, then I'm super happy because you don't live very far and I would love to come swimming. I'm doubly vaccinated now. I'm 2 weeks out as of Sunday. But I think one of the things that happened for me is when I moved here, I was very clear about focusing on the business, and I didn't create like a great social network because I was, dealing with a breakup, trying to create the business. And so I think my summer is about creating social networks of people that I enjoy hanging out with.
Wow.
Some in my LGBTQ2 plus blah, 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 silly letters group, and some not, because I just love people. And so that's the plan for summer. We will still be working. We have quite, a lot of work to still do, and I think we'll be getting more, but my plan is to actually, have some fun. Although I have to run off to Vancouver quickly because my passport's going to expire and my work permit's going to expire and I haven't got permanent residency. So there's a little stress happening in there, but I'm not sure I want to fly on a plane in a couple of weeks, but I am.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go with the flow, but I'll see you at your place in about half an hour.
Okay. Well, Charlotte, it's well. Do you have a house? Or
Do I have a house
Yes.
in Winnipeg?
yes.
No, no, I don't have a house. I have places to stay in Winnipeg, but no fixed address in Winnipeg as of right now. So, and looking for a bigger place to live out here in Kenora, which is proving to be very challenging, but it's fun looking. Hey, one of the things I wanted to, and Robin, you can come off mute for this one, but one of the things Robin loves to say is, come play with us. And through meeting so many amazing people on your show, many of them have come and played with us. So we've created some pretty cool things. One for sure with Tech Manitoba and all the training that we're doing for women in tech. So Robin and I really want to thank you for that. Had it not been for your show, we wouldn't have met Margot, and she wouldn't have asked to come play with us. And for us, Kirsten and I and Robin are writing. This is going to be a writing summer. We are doing training in July because the different companies and organizations who are our clients are like, you have to do one more peer training before summer. So we start back again on Monday, our 2-week peer training, but it's writing this summer, which we're all excited about. Listen to what families and individuals are asking for, and we're writing the family stuff, Robin.
Are we excited by that?
Yes.
Yes.
Kristen and I are.
I'm very excited. We are.
Yeah, she's going to be in my backyard. Robin's
I thought you were.
Yes.
In the pool with a
I thought you were coming.
writing, talking to my phone, so it's taking my book down and then it'll just pop up.
Yeah, well, you usually just look at what we're doing and say, yeah, continue. Give it back to me soon. So.
What can I say? Hey, just in case anyone out there in the land knows, a property for Charlotte that might be, purchasable around Lake of the Woods, I'm just putting it out there. I'm sure she'll pay commission because she really wants somewhere to live rather than just a rental place. So anyone out there, come on down, let us know.
I'm thinking of creating an ad saying desperately seeking Storm Bay because I really want to be on Storm Bay Road. Put a little poster from the movie and my phone number, see if I get any bites. But there's nothing in the area that I want. Patience.
It sounds a little weird. You want to play and you're desperately seeking something.
That doesn't sound good. You're right. Cynthia, what's up for summer for you?
Well, like everyone else, continuing to work to drum up business out here. I move at the beginning of August. I will be a citizen of London in the borough of Kentish Town as of August the 1st. So that'll be my new home. And dating. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is he?
Yes. She.
She.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. nurse that I met. Yeah, and we've been dating and getting to know each other. So it's been wonderful.
It has been. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
what a happy summer. That's going to be amazing. Well, we
Yeah.
definitely want to get you back because we want to see the new flat. Is that the proper term?
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
And maybe get introduced to your new friend.
Yeah, we're not quote on social media yet. So it's,
Oh, okay.
we are public, but we're not on social media yet. So yeah.
Wow. I love it. So
Yeah.
happy. Oh.
Thank you.
And Kirsten? Well, yeah, I guess we know what you're doing. You're writing.
Oh, well, typically summers get a little quieter with families
Yeah.
reaching out, but it's different this year. And we have lots of creative stuff going on and one big project in the works. So, yeah, so we're going to be definitely working. I have to say, oh, I'm reading Robin saying, and we're going to be, and we're drinking in the chat. Yes, we will have a little bit of wine and some wine nights as we work. So for myself, I'm not going anywhere. We're sticking around here. We had a cottage which we sold number 5 years ago, and we've never looked back. Our family went through the cottage stage, and then it was something that I was dragging people to go to, and it wasn't working anymore. So I'm thrilled to not have that.
Yes.
But we do have this home in River Heights that we've been renovating for a few years. And we have a backyard wedding next summer, my oldest.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's amazing how when a wedding hits the calendar, how all of a sudden all these projects hit the calendar. So we're kind of getting a few things done, which is exciting. So it's fun. Yeah. And I wanted to share quickly, I'm really excited about our nonprofit, and Robin and Charlotte in their business of Live Your Truth have always given back immensely to community. One of the things I'm looking forward to is being able to continue that. And I wanted to share, tagging on to what Linda was talking about when you're talking about your joy witch and not being the good girl and all sorts of fun things you were talking about. One of the things that we do in our in the line of work that we do is that we help families connect with a higher level of care when it can't be met in Manitoba. And we are celebrating another funded case of a young person leaving Manitoba for a higher level of care, which is incredibly necessary. And I celebrate that in a huge way because the system was not allowing her to access that care. And certain folks in the system were denying her to access that care. And we took another path, and through proving that she was worthy of that higher level of care, which we have done with over 20 some families, there's a certain family in Winnipeg who feels, first of all, that they just got the best news they have ever received in a lifetime, that has a 19-year-old daughter who thinks she just won the lottery. And is looking forward to embracing her new chance at getting a higher level of care in a residential program outside of Manitoba. So I'm looking forward to doing a whole lot more of that, and also not being the good girl, although we're always very respectful and kind. But pushing for families to be able to do that, and doing that by I like the I like the just not being so nice about it, and not that we're not nice about it, but just like I always say, you can be fierce and respectful at the same time, and that's how we move forward with all of these families and advocate with them and for them. So I wanted to share that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. There is a tough girl beneath that, little Pollyanna. I knew it all along. And you had your hand up, Robin. No? Really?
I was gonna say, and Kirsten gets upset with me, but that's why we call her Manitoba's own Erin Brockovich with not the low cut shirts.
Hi guys.
Okay.
Bye, Robin.
Bye, Robin. Bye-bye. No. Yeah, and the same for me. We'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Oh well, we'll be getting a puppy, I think, by end of August. So I might be calling on a few of you that do have dogs. I need help. No,
What kind?
a boxer.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
boxers.
So yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
Tracy,
Yep.
getting Bear, we got him in October and he's 10 months now. He's 91 pounds.
I know. I've seen
And he, it's so humbling because I said to the girls the other day, I've done everything wrong. I started watching Caesar Milan because he's just so hard to control. And I'm like, oh dear God, I've made every mistake that you can make with a puppy. And started to reverse all sorts of things that I was doing, and it's so much better. Like he's like so calm now, and
Oh no.
that's my only thing right now is creating a calm dog. But I was like, oh my gosh, like boundary issues like galore. Like I was like, oh my God. And you know, my favorite thing, because Caesar Milan's always like, you don't get the dog you want, you get the dog you need. And he's all about like, it's like what you need to work out yourself. And it's like this whole psychology, like spiritual connection. I'm like, oh yeah. So just watch some Caesar Milan. Don't make the mistakes I made. Yeah,
Oh, but
have fun.
no, yeah. So that'll be a new chapter in our lives. But we're looking forward to it. And you know what? This isn't going to go away. I'm just I'm saying this as I guess people are listening or on Facebook watching or whatever. Yeah, you're invited to the pool party too, but I think I have to keep the number down at 10. But you know, it'll be a brainstorming because each and every one of you bring something different to the table, and for me, it's now figuring out what that table is going to look like and how we can all continue to support each other, because I think that's really important. You know, Linda, you're branching off and rebranding. Cynthia, you're trying to create business, you know, over in England and Europe. And, you know, to have that global connection would be fantastic. And, of course, for All In and Live Your Truth, I mean, we just want to push this all forward. And I'm not going to make a promise, but Kirsten, something very big and wonderful might be coming your way with what you're saying about your wish to support those families. So I'm just leaving this off on a good note.
Well, I'm always incredibly open to all of that. We want to touch more families, and we want to be accessible for families that we can support them to get what they need. I didn't say that very well, but we can support them towards embracing different possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah, and saving lives at the same time. Yeah, that's a big thing. So on that note, ladies, I will, I guess, bring this final show to a close. Definitely not an end. And the invitation will be out to you shortly. And Cynthia will send you the Zoom link. So cheers to you all. Enjoy this beautiful Tuesday. Enjoy your summers. But we are definitely all going to be in touch very, very soon. Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure with all of the other ladies and men that we've had on the show, for your support, sharing your stories. It's been truly amazing. So thank you, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Tracy.
Tracy.
Have a great summer.
Tracy.
Sending love and hugs to everyone.
Thank
Right back
you.
at you, Cynthia. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Cynthia. Bye, Linda.
Bye. We'll see you
Bye-bye.
guys soon. We'll see all of you soon.
Yes.